Hey everybody, this is me, Yukon Sean, and I've just got back from DEMA in Orlando, Florida, and it was fantastic other than the fact that it was freezing cold. So I was contacted by Mike Young to talk about the bag, which is a product that he's been working on, and there's a lot of misconceptions about it. A lot of people are like, they think it's a backpack. Other people call it the go bag, and it's actually neither of those. The bag is actually a BCD that has a cover that allows you to take your equipment with you. This one I carried for a week at DEMA with my scuba kit in it, minus fins. So I've got my regulator set, a 2 mil suit because I had planned on doing some diving there, my boots, and my mask. It's not quite big enough for fins because we're adapting this product. We're looking at maybe some options for fins. But the concept isn't so we have something that we can travel with our go, or specifically to dive with the go. This is actually built so we don't have to take up space in our luggage for our BCD. And it allows us to carry the things that typically, like myself, I carry on the plane in my carry-on luggage. Regulator set, suit, mask, boots, things that I can't do my dive without, and I don't want to rely on trying to find stuff to rent when I'm traveling. So with that said, it can carry the go, which you'll see in Occam, his video with Inner Space Explorer that came out earlier today. So you can dive it with the go, you can carry the go in it, but it wasn't specifically designed or conceived for that. So Mike wanted us, or me in particular, to let everybody know it's a product that you can take your BCD and your dive equipment on the plane on a carry-on. The larger planes, I found it fits fine in the overhead compartments. On some of the smaller planes, the little jumpers that I've flown in, it stuffs underneath the front seat because the overheads are quite small. They won't even take regular carry-on luggage. So without further ado, this is the bag. Not the go bag, not the backpack bag, just the bag. So we'll start out. We have your shoulder pads. It comes with 2 shoulder D-rings. You can add the weight pockets. Some places you don't need it, but you can add the weight pockets, which I've done here. It also has a back and lumbar pad, which is actually quite comfortable. And all it does is Velcro on. So Velcro's not good, but it comes off very easily. On mine, because I was at DEMA and I needed a place to put all my stickers and all my paperwork that I got from different vendors at the show, I got this nice little zipper bag so I can keep my documents in it, whatever, and I can access it from the top when my backpack is on, or I can just tear it off when I'm in the hotel, or if I'm going to go diving and keep all my paperwork in that. Now the back lumbar pad Velcros right to that. That Velcros to the BCD. Without that, the Velcro here also connects. Now you don't have to use this pad. It just adds for comfort. A lot of people want that extra comfort when they're on vacation. But you don't have to use it. But that does come with the bag. The weight pockets and the the document case. They're sold separately. You don't have to have them, but they're available if you do. So like most BCDs, you have padded shoulder straps. This is a jacket style BCD. I have to say it's extremely comfortable. As you may have heard if you've watched Occam's video from this morning, they do run kind of large. I usually use a large BCD. In this one I have to use the medium. But even the small, I could probably fit in it, but it's just a little bit small. So the medium tend to work for me. So that's the one that I wore all week with my gear in it. I packed this thing for the whole week at DEMA, showing it off so I could show people how it works, how it comes apart, goes together, all the things. So you have the comfortable shoulder straps, shoulder D-rings, and if you notice, it's got these little tri-glides. So these are there for various reasons. You can actually order a set of extra D-rings that have a strap that just slide through those, so you can adjust where that D-ring sits on the shoulder pad. The other thing is specifically for the Go, if you chose not to have bolt snaps on your Go like I do, it comes with the snaps on the plate. So they also have the buckles with the webbing that goes through these. And these are here and underneath the weight pocket area. Those come with the bag. Those are specifically on there already. So that gives you a little bit more versatility. Typically when I'm on vacation, diving open circuit, I don't need a whole bunch of bolt snaps. I don't need a bunch of different air things getting in the way, things to hang other things from, because typically I just need something to hold my tank and maybe a little bit of weight and just dive. So this fits that very, very well. It's a standard jacket BCD. It's quite rigid. It's not like a back plate rigid, but it's got a stiff material back and wrap around the hips for your weight pockets to connect to. The weight belt connects to the ends with a slide loop and a tri-glide in the center. That way your belt won't move back and forth. Once you decide where you want your buckle, that thing is locked in that position unless you change it. The weight pockets, they come on and off quite easily with a set of box screws that come with the weight pockets. You just put them on there. The one thing I really thought was pretty cool with the weight pockets is there's no buckles on these. So putting the weights in and out, worrying about the weight pockets falling out during a dive, or worrying about putting those weight pockets back in, they've changed the entire system. So it's quite simple. It just has a zipper on top of the bag, a little weight pocket. You can see that unzips. I've just got 7 pounds of lead here, a 3-pound soft weight, a 4-pound soft weight. So we got 7 pounds in there. Obviously it fits quite nice. So you could probably put 10 pounds in there. And it just zips up. You don't want to have to unzip this if you need to ditch your weight, or in the situation, the unlikely situation that you have a problem and someone's having to rescue you, trying to figure out a zipper and how to get your weights out. Literally just has this little tab right here. It's Velcroed and you just pull it and the weights literally just fall out the bottom. I thought that was really cool. It's the first time I've seen something like that that's that simple, and the Velcro is quite strong. You just fold it back up, it folds underneath so that that tab is out. You can just unzip it and feed that weight right back in. So during a dive, if you needed to add some weight, it would be quite simple to ask for a brick or another piece of weight, unzip that, put it in, and unzip it back up. So I thought that was really cool. I really like how that works. Again, you can see how simple that comes out. So with that said, the shoulder straps, the other thing I really like about it, you have your inflator bungee. This is gonna hold your inflator when you pull it out. But it has my favorite kind of buckles, these little rotating buckles, quick disconnect buckles, so you can get this BCD off if you're on the tailgate of your truck, or if you need to remove it from someone else or they need help. I love these buckles. You can just quick connect, quick disconnect, and the fact that they pivot helps this be more comfortable. Standard adjustable chest strap, so you can keep those shoulder straps nice and tight and from going side to side, as well as up and down adjustment. Standard jacket BCD. Lightweight plastic buckle for the waist belt, super simple. I haven't had any issues with this thing sliding at all or coming undone. It's just tight and works really well. So now let's get to the BCD portion. Notice this also has a top handle on the cover. So I think the one misconception that people have is this is a backpack. It looks like a backpack, but it doesn't access like a backpack. And this is actually more of a cover. You can put things in it and it'll hold it, and it looks and functions like a backpack, but it's basically just your dive kit. So when you travel, you have your dive kit with you. If they lose your luggage or your luggage doesn't show up at the island for 3 days, you can still dive with your equipment. To me, that's more important than having my clothes, because I can buy shorts and swimsuits and t-shirts pretty much anywhere I go, a pair of flip-flops or shoes, but I can't replace my dive equipment. I want to be comfortable on my dives, because if I'm not comfortable, my dives just aren't fun. So I like to be comfortable in my gear when I go on a trip. No matter what system I'm diving, I always have my entire kit on the plane in my backpacks, my side mount kits, all that kind of stuff. But with this, most divers aren't diving side mount on their vacation. Most divers are diving single aluminum 80. That's what all the resorts have. This is perfect for that. Just to show you exactly what I have in the bag. So we're going to take the cover off. And it comes completely off. See, I've got my boots, neoprene 7mm boots, 6.5. My Pinnacle Inferno 2mm full suit. My regulator set. I don't have my transmitter on it right now, just because I keep that separate with my computer with me on the plane. On my person, those are expensive items I don't want to lose. I've got my mask. And then once you get to the inside, it's got 2 cam bands, which is fantastic because you don't have to worry about your tank slipping. And then it comes with the inflator hose and the hose that goes with it. So that just unfolds. And then you can stick that down through the little bungee that holds it tight to the shoulder strap. like any jacket BCD, will have some sort of control on that. Nice little bag logo on that. I don't know if you can see that. So standard inflator hose, inflate, deflate. You can adjust where this strap goes. It's not physically connected to the shoulder strap. It's just a bungee that goes around it, so you can adjust that where you might need it. Of course, that hose would be on your reg set. And once you remove the cover, you're going to use that same zipper, and there's a zipper on the wing. And we're going to zip the wing to that. Now I'm not exactly sure why the wing is not physically connected to the back plate, but it's quite simple to zip it on. And maybe in the future there's going to be some other wings that we can put on this. It's just little finicky parts. So now you do not have a backpack. You have a full functioning jacket style, very comfortable BCD. It's all black, doesn't come in colors. It's quite basic. It has other things you can adjust. You can buy extra parts for the thing, but it's very comfortable. I was really pleasantly surprised how comfortable it is. Standard cam bands, nice rubber backing on the strap, some small tank centering pieces that are already physically connected to the back plate. Just like your standard cam bands, they go across, they Velcro down so they stay nice and tight. They're fully adjustable, and that tank is not going anywhere. Connect all the straps, connect the chest strap, tighten up the shoulder straps. It doesn't want to fall back. It actually sits, it feels very comfortable, like it's padded shoulder pads, not too much, but they sit really, really nice on the back. And I don't have the lumbar pad in there right now, and it's still very comfortable. If you wanted a little bit more padding on the lumbar or the back, you can add it. It just Velcros on. It comes off and it goes right back on. It's really, really great. So, just like any other BCD, you got your inflate, deflate right here. On the left hip, you have a dump valve. So if you're inverted, you need to get rid of a little air. It's right there. Nice big knob, so easy to find, easy to get a hold of. So actually, it's a perfect little BC for travel, because you You don't have to put it in your bag. You don't have to waste space in your luggage. You can have it with you on the plane. So if they lose your luggage, like I'm sure everybody's dealt with that, when you can't dive because your luggage is not on that plane when it lands, you have your dive kit with you, which is the whole purpose of this. Yes, you can dive your Go with it. That's not what it's for, but because you can dive the Go with anything. You can dive it with side mount, any backplate and wing, any jacket style that has a way to connect bolt snaps or buckles or anything. If you have D-rings on your system, you can connect and dive the Go. So this is not specifically for that. It does have some added features so you can easily connect that, but it's specifically a travel BCD. That is what it was designed to do, and I think it'll actually be really good for that. So I hope that clears some things up. Give it a try. You can get with Mike, and by Mike Young with Technical Diving, Distribution and Development. Now if you can see that, if it zooms in, the bag, you can always zip your phone on that little code right there. Check out their website, check out the different features and the different things that you can do with it. And I hope you enjoy it. I certainly have. It's a really easy system. It's very comfortable. I wore it for a whole week, walking around the DEMA floor, which anyone can tell you, even with nothing on your back, that's a busy day.